Hi everybody and welcome to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 on the PlayStation 4. This video can just as well apply to the Xbox and PC version. So in this video I'm going to be talking about strategies and tactics, if I can speak properly, for TDM and domination. And I've kind of also subtitled this video where to camp and how to get there. Because when you first start off with Call of Duty anyway, sometimes you wonder, well, which game mode should you play? And then what do you do when you get into them, apart from try and kill all the other players? So, in my opinion, you know, the two game modes that you should play as a beginner are TDM, Team Deathmatch, and Domination. And I'm on a Domination map here. I'm on Grasna Raid because it's a nice big map, and I can kind of show you some of the ideas that are behind it. Now, obviously, in Team Deathmatch, you run around with your teammates and you try and kill, you know, as many of the opposing team as you can. And in Domination, you've got to capture these flags, and then you get points for capturing the flag, and the team who gets the most points, you know, gets up to the point limit, or when the time finishes, has the most points, you win. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you on a Domination map because the strategies and the tactics we use are very similar to both. So, our strategy, our overall strategy for Team Deathmatch and Domination are to hang on to 2/3 of the map, alright, and then let the enemy come to us. So in Domination we're going to capture the home flag, and we're going to capture the middle flag, which is normally B, and then we're going to hang on there, and we're going to let the enemy come to us. In Team Deathmatch, you're going to do a similar thing in the fact that you're going to try and get to the part of the map just past where the B flag would be on TDM map and kind of hang fire there and let the enemy come to you. So if we look at the map of Grasna Raid, you can see here you've got the C flag, B flag and A flag. Basically the enemies will spawn near the A flag, the friendlies will spawn near the C flag, and then we'll kind of meet in the middle. So if we can capture the B flag, and then find a nice place to camp. Now, you'll hear a lot of negative things about camping, and people say, "Oh, you shouldn't camp," and you do, camp. You shouldn't do it. You should run around all the time. What I mean by camping is finding a power position, a strong position, where you can then engage the enemy where they're at a disadvantage. So you're behind cover, you can hear them coming, and you shoot them. I'm not talking about standing in the corner of a room and shooting them when they come in. We're still being assertive in the way we play the game. So that's our overall strategy to win at TDM and Domination. Now, you will get things called spawn flips. So if you imagine we capture C and we capture B, alright, then for some reason our team pushes and decides to capture A as well. So imagine we've got A, B and C, and then the enemy team and all our team is at A. Now the enemy team will then spawn at C, and so they'll probably capture C, and it will flip around the other way. But if we can pivot around B, then that's really good. So that's kind of the overall strategy. In terms of weapons for this strategy, I mean, you choose what works for you, but I'm using the M4A1 with a scope on it, and my lethal is a actually I've got it down as a frag grenade, but I would rather have my lethal as a Molotov cocktail. And my tactical, I don't know why this is oh, I know, it's because I'm in a local game. Do apologise, rather than this isn't my real setup. Let's quickly change this. Right, there we go. That's better, that's better. So this is the setup I would use for Domination. So my lethal is a Molotov cocktail, my tactical is a smoke grenade. The reason why we do that is that the M4A1 is a nice general purpose assault rifle, used in lots of situations. I've got my launcher to shoot down UAVs and counter UAVs and personal radars so the enemy don't get an advantage. I use the EOD perk to reduce explosion damage, specifically from claymores when people leave them around flags. I've got the ghost perk so they can't see me on UAVs, and battle hardened so that when you're on a flag especially and people are throwing stuns at it, you don't get the same effects. The Molotov cocktail is an aerial denial thing, so really you could go with the Molotov cocktail, or the Semtex is another good choice. You want something that when you throw it at a flag, it's going to stay in that general direction, and the idea is that if I'm defending a flag, and say the B flag, and someone starts capturing it, I can just throw the Molotov at the flag, and it will spread out, and it will kind of deny that area to the enemy. The smoke is for when I'm capturing a flag. So when I want to capture a flag, I throw the smoke on it, and it means I can capture it without, well, hopefully getting shot. So that's the basic tactics. So what you do is normally at the beginning of the game, you've got a choice. In domination anyway, you know, you'd run to C, or you could push to B. Generally to start off with, I'd recommend to get to C, because it's kind of the safest option. And then what I mean, you're not going to get any enemies at this end of the map, but you know, always keep a lookout, always be moving around when you're on the flag, just get into that position. So we've got C, and now you want to think about running towards B and getting B. Now you don't want to run straight towards B. You always want to flank around. You want to like loop around, something like this. Now, when you're approaching things like windows like this, don't just go like that, because there'll be somebody there who'll just shoot you. So you know, you can pop out and have a quick look, or you can drop down and just have a quick look, jump through. And we're always just moving as fast as we can, and then we can run across here, and then if we go around here, for example, this would be a good flanking move, and we're actually coming on the B flag from behind. Now just remember, the enemies will be coming from this direction, so this can be quite a tricky move, but if they've already captured the flag and say are standing here defending it and expecting you to come from this direction, the fact that you've popped around this corner and you're like da da da, and you can blat them, and then you can throw your that should have been a smoke grenade, but it will only change the next time. So imagine there's smoke. We capture the flag. There we captured Bravo. So we've got the flag. Now we don't want to push all the way to A, because of that reason for doing that spawn flip that we mentioned earlier. We've now got B and C, so they've got to come to us. So now we need to find somewhere to defend it. Somewhere like you could go very direct and defend it somewhere like here. Obviously somewhere like here. Somewhere like here. You could stay back here. But a clever idea, a cleverer idea, is to get yourself off the flag a bit, because obviously what's going to be happening on the flag is people are going to be throwing smoke grenades on it, frag grenades, and you know, going to make your life very difficult. So maybe if you can get above the flag here, and then you can see people who are going to be coming through that window there, coming through around that corner there, coming through there, coming through there. You know, you really anybody who takes a direct route, you're going to have eyes on. Now remember, they're going to be looking for you, so be careful. Stick to the edges of the cover and make sure you move often. Now certain people will do just what you did, so they'll be running all the way around here to loop back in. So make sure you come and have a look around this way and be ready for them. Now that's kind of a nice basic thing. Now the other thing that you might want to do, let's say you get killed, or you see you've got friendlies in that sort of position, another nice place to hang around are on the flanks, because we were kind of defending B from the middle there, weren't we? So one of the things you might want to do is do something like come up here and consider defending from over here. Now obviously you're not directly on the flag, the B flag's over here, but you're going to be able to defend people who are coming around here and trying to get a flank on all the way round in this direction. And you could even, if you wanted to, very very carefully push up to somewhere like here. Now remember, the B flag's there. All the people who are coming off their home spawn and running across here and across here, you know, you've got a good view of them to kind of take them out as they come running across here. Again, we're not going to push. Now remember, although we're on a domination map here, exactly the same theory happens in Team Deathmatch. You don't want to keep pushing all the way up here. So if I carried on pushing all the way up here in TDM, or captured this flag in domination, we go up here, go up here, go up here, slide down here, capture this flag. What would happen? I won't take it. What would happen is they would then start spawning down at C, which isn't what we want. We would lose map control, and we always want map control. We always want to know roughly which direction the enemies are going to be coming from, and if we know that, we all know knowledge is power. and they have to run. They have to make the move to run to you. So let's say you're also in a situation where you're on this side of the map. Again, what you would do is just think about where people are coming from. We know they're going to be coming from round where the A flag is, or that end of the map in TDM, and they're going to be trying to get to there. And generally, people in TDM as well, people like to take the most direct route to where they think the enemies are, which is a straight line. But you will get the clever people who will flag. So by in this position, we could cover there, we could cover there, we could give people coming around this corner here, and going through there. Say we lost B, we can cover them before they come pushing to C. Now, to win at domination, all you need to do is hold the two flags for a longer time than the enemy do. But that does mean if you do lose the middle flag, or even all the flags, you really need to fight hard to get that flag back. So make sure, you know, you come in and you tackle that flag, and don't worry about dying too much. But remember, if you're in this situation, say that was the enemy flag, I'd throw a smoke on there, throw a Molotov, and generally try and clear them out. And you know, just pop round, or you can use speed as your advantage. So come sliding through to take it. A really important thing to do as well is just to wait for a teammate. So you might want to wait, say here, waiting for other people to come in. You see, so you've got teammates in support. Right, let's go, and you all go together. And just watch out for the people covering like the high grounds and on the corners. And in fact, one of the techniques I use in domination, or team deathmatch if you're coming through this way, on a map like this, is what you do is you go through the flag and you keep going. You don't stop around to capture it, and you push through to clear enemies who might be coming onto the flag, so that your colleagues who are coming through after you can then, you know, get down on the flag, capture it, and then defend it that way. Let's just move around here, and let's get around here. So there we go. Hopefully that gives you some ideas of how to play team deathmatch and domination, and you know how to move around. From as you see, I've kind of been moving from kind of cover to cover, moving fast, jumping, sliding, hopping around, so that snipers can't shoot me. Smash your way through doors and peek around corners. And again, it's always that thing of just moving 2/3 of the way up the map, or just beyond halfway, getting to that point, capturing the middle flag or that area of the map in team deathmatch, finding somewhere safe to camp. don't be scared to camp, because it means that the enemy are going to have to come off spawn and come running towards you, and you can hear them. You know, you could hear somebody running, and then you can come pop round and you can blat them that way, and you'll really have a good time, which is what it's all about in Call of Duty, is having fun shooting other people, because it's a very fun game to do that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Well, there we go. So that's the end of my beginner's guide to TDM and domination strategies and tactics, or as I would also like to call it, where to camp and how to get there. That's enough from me. If you've got any other questions about Call of Duty or Modern Warfare or any of the other games I cover, you know, put them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you found it useful, press subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.